What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my crypto journey. My name is Rodney, and the question is there still a glimmer of hope for Saitama? Do me a favor, like this video, push us up in the old algorithm, and let's talk about it. Because you guys know that I'm not going to BS you, the OG Saitama influencer. I'm not going to BS you and tell you things you want to hear. I'm just going to give you my personal opinion on what's going on right now. So I actually did tune into a AMA in a space the other night. I couldn't really stay in there too much. I couldn't really stand it, like especially when they have shit like this going on, like, you know, putting your wolves up and stuff like that. I just think it's fucking corny. But let's talk about what's going on. So Saitama Guru says still in the 11 billion V1 range, as there's a lot of wallets around that count. Gas is reasonable, so have done and will continue to drop this evening. Plan is to do as many as possible each day until the app releases. Should also have the self-migration tool out as well as soon as we finish tests. If you have a wallet with more than 20 billion V1 tokens, you added the V2 contract address to your wallet you purchased prior to June 7th and have not received your airdrops, please fill out the form on our website. Please understand we have thousands of submissions and have to go through each manually, which is a pain in the ass. Now, what I noticed about all this is that they should have a self-migration tool. And they talked about they did the airdrops that count. Now, as I pointed out, and as a lot of people pointed out, there wasn't really 360,000 holders in Saitama. A lot of those wallets were dead. And Etherscan, they never really go away, even if they have a little bit of Saitama still left in them. Okay, so apparently it looks like the airdrops are almost done, and it kind of makes sense right about now. They have a little more than 100,000 airdrops done right now, and I think that makes sense for the people who, you know, actually had enough Saitama that wasn't considered dust. Now, everyone should get their airdrops because it's fair, but honestly, it's not worth it, right? So if you didn't get your airdrops, which some of my subscribers haven't got their airdrops, fill out that form manually on their website, and they're going to go through it. We'll see what happens with that. Now, here are some highlights from what happened the other day when they did the AMA. So Sata Pro release date expected this month. So no set date or time release. That's great, right? That's great because we don't want any more hype. Prevent DDoS attack. I don't think they have to worry about this shit anymore. We know that this was a big lie anyways. No more countdown hype, which is fantastic. Look, it's okay to have set dates. It's okay to have countdowns if you actually stick to the date. Okay, so some features will be available on launch, but not all. So V2 migration airdrops are still ongoing. Testing a tool on which will help people self-migrate and claim their V1 tokens if they do not want to wait, which probably means you're going to need to pay for the airdrop, which could mean that, hey, they don't have enough money to complete the airdrops, or I don't know. Unique feature, so taking time to build. V2 airdrops ongoing until doesn't make financial sense based on ETH gas fees. It doesn't matter. If you said you're going to airdrop all the tokens, you have to airdrop all the tokens. If you wanted people to manually migrate, should have did that from the beginning, right? At least I think it would have been more fair because people who actually cared would have manually migrated instead of this shit show that's going on. Current cost is $5 to $7 per airdrop. No sense to airdrop wallets worth less. Dust wallets, right? So I'm glad they're actually talking about that. Sata Realty, ability to stake Sata Realty on Sata Pro app, track to see who's eligible for the distribution quarterly for revenue shares. Okay, so they're doing quarterly. Now, I don't think this is going to fly, especially in the United States. So I'd stick a fork in Sata Realty. It's a bad project. Come on now, it's a bad project. Let's lose a little bit of sense here. It's a bad project. Sata Chain, so their own blockchain. They're not actively working on it, but just like Shiba Inu, they need their own layer 2 or their own ecosystem where they can get off the Ethereum blockchain to have full independence. Current focus on the V2 migration to Sata Pro. Roadmap being worked on for Sata Chain. Going to take time, reallocate resources after completion of V2 migration and Sata Pro. Current Sata products on Saitamask. Contract being worked on with new pairings for Sata Pro. Plans to add more liquidity to Sata Pro. We just have to create the new pair and add liquidity to. Okay, so they're gonna, add new pairs to Sata Pro. Look they need ETH pairings. You can't have Saitama pairings, even though the taxes are low. You can't have Saitama pairings. It makes no sense. Now, is Saitama dead? It seems like it right now. Can they make a comeback? Look, a lot of products right now are grinding during the bear market. Yeah, Volt Inu right now doing their thing. And Volt Inu's coming out with a decentralized exchange. Saitama, Shibnobi. Are they going to be able to compete with Uniswap, 1inch, and the big daddies of the on the Ethereum blockchain? I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not a fortune teller. I couldn't tell you. But from what it's looking like, it doesn't look like this project has any more oomph in it, right? There's no more steam in it as of right now. But we'll have to see. I mean, all this is nice, guys, but we need a good, solid collection of W's along the way. And I know there's a lot of positive sentiment right now in Saitama, and I hate to burst your bubble, but this is not enough for me. I like the fact that they're admitting that a lot of those wallets were not real wallets, right? They were just kind of dust wallets. But to me, I mean, it might be a little too late, right? So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think of these updates? I'm interested to hear your opinion. Hey, look it. I'm just giving you my unbiased opinion, and I'm an OG Saitama influencer. And I feel like that you guys, when it comes to some of these Saitama influencers, it's just filled with a bunch of hype BS, and no one's really going to tell you the truth because, I mean, I don't know why they didn't want to. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.